everybody who cares about the life in the metropolis and wants to be informed. You are watching Praha TV Weekly News, and we offer you important headlines, news that shape our world, and also some practical as well as inspirational reports. My name is Marcela Tomčíková, and we are happy to have you with us. Florence area soon gets its new touch. The revitalization is moving to the next phase. 157 teams from all around the world were attracted to the architectural competition, and the authorities are now to determine the winning design in the fall of 2025. The goal is to connect Karlín with the new town and create a modern, vibrant neighborhood. Local politicians believe the project will not only bring new housing and shops, but also increase safety in the area.
For a long time, Florence has faced challenges associated with the unused brownfield site. Now, though, a crucial transformation is taking shape that will decide the future of the new city quarter.
An architecture contest is happening and will end this fall. The panel is set to choose a winner, after which we might anticipate the issuance of permits and, naturally, the project will start soon.
The project aims to modernize and connect divided city areas.
Currently, the Florence-Vanivoin territory is a brownfield, a vast and impenetrable area right in the city center. The new construction will connect this area with new streets, squares, and shops, effectively merging the two districts, Newtown and Karlín, will become one new district. The scar will heal, and the city will become newly accessible.
This new quarter will provide modern architecture while also maintaining the scale of historical structures.
Older buildings should not be overshadowed by modern ones. Modern buildings belong here. Prague has been battling for a long time with the issue that many things have failed to establish themselves here. And I think that this, the so-called Masaryčka, has already emerged. In essence, this serves as a preliminary phase that connects to the historical old center, with Florence-Vanivoin set to follow.
City representatives appreciate the collaboration between the city and the investor, which allows for the inclusion of benefits for the surrounding neighborhoods in the project.
The collaboration has worked well from the start, with Penta Investment as the main investor. We have regular meetings in the capital city of Prague, as the area to be developed is more or less defined. This involves Prague 8 and Prague 1, and we are working on planning contracts with the city and the investor. These agreements essentially include certain benefits for Prague 8 and Prague 1.
The revitalization will not only improve the area's appearance, but also implement measures to enhance safety.
Florence certainly troubles us because the place is not nice and attracts people we would rather not see there. I hope that the development planned under the investor's supervision will contribute to transforming the area into a better place. I see mainly that we will eliminate certain crime that thrives in Florence, and the only long-term solution is not repression. I primarily see that we will reduce the crime that flourishes in Florence, as repression is not a sustainable long-term solution, but rather the construction development.
The buildings of the new district will primarily be intended for housing and will also provide new spaces for shops and services. In the block where the main road runs, there will be office spaces.
That it won't just be an administrative center is actually part of the competition's brief. We are aware that at least 40% of the land must be allocated for residential purposes. At the same time, we know that a hotel will be established here, meaning it will truly be a multifunctional area. On the ground level, there will be shops, cafes, and other facilities, so the district should indeed be vibrant 24 hours a day.
Although Florence is still in the planning process, local officials and experts believe that the project will bring significant change not only to this area, but also to the entire center of Prague.
You are watching Praha TV Weekly News, and we offer you the main headlines throughout the week.
The city of Prague plans to increase the accommodation fee in the future. The fee was previously raised from 1.20 CZK to 50 CZK per person per night. The leadership of Prague 1 is in favor of increasing it up to 4 times that amount, proposing 200 CZK. Representatives from the City Hall discussed this with Minister for Regional Development Petr Kulhanek. According to Deputy Mayor Yuri Pospisil, the fee increase merely reflects the current trend in comparable European capitals. Half of the collected fee will be used to support tourism. The reconstruction of the Strahov Tunnel could begin in 2028. The Road and Motorway Directorate is working to ensure that during the construction, at least one lane in each direction remains open for traffic. The tunnel's repair is necessary due to water infiltration and outdated technologies. In the next 2 to 3 years, the repair project will be developed. During the repairs, drivers will need to prepare for complete closures as well. Prague services reported growing interest among residents in the city's collection yards. Last year, they accepted a record amount of selected types of waste at the 10 collection yards they operate for the city. This includes items that do not belong in regular bins or next to them. Last year, nearly 60,000 tons of waste were collected. This was reported by spokesperson Alexander Komarnicki. From now on, residents of Prague can also bring damaged, dirty, or torn textiles that would otherwise be thrown away.
The Czech Republic goes on and on online. By 2024, nearly 90% of Czech households had internet access. Online shopping and internet banking are still on the rise, ranking Czech Republic among top 10 EU countries as for digital activities. Main gateway to internet are the smartphones. While almost all households with children were online, 99.6%, on the contrary, only 60% of senior households, people over 65 years, had an internet connection. Smart homes devices are also slowly but steadily on the rise. And now let's take a look to Mladá Boleslav region. The construction of a road link to the Plaza industrial zone continues. The construction, which began in September last year, is starting up again after a winter technological break. Once completed, the heavy traffic in the area will be significantly relieved. The work should be completed in middle October this year.
The long-expected closure of Václav Klement Street has started. For the next 2 years, drivers will need to account for traffic limitations and long queues on alternate routes, particularly during rush hours.
The reconstruction of Václav Klement Street in Mladá Boleslav is a very demanding project located right in the city center. The project will last for 25 months, require an investment of 220 million crowns, and will see cooperation from multiple investors throughout. We, as the Regional Road Maintenance and News Agency, the City of Mladá Boleslav, and the Water and Sewage Company, are involved in this project. This means that not only the underground networks will be reconstructed, but also the entire street space, including new roads, sidewalks, and public lighting. Bus stops will be included.
Václav Klement Street serves as a major artery for the entire city, making it extremely busy. Additionally, it borders the manufacturing plant of the local car factory and leads to the main entrances of the area where thousands of people arrive daily. The whole street will feature 4 lanes, with 2 lanes in each direction, and at the section by the main gate of the car factory at the intersection with the street near the stadium, it will be 6 lanes wide.
We need to ensure it is accessible and keep it maintained in a way that is welcoming to all, including pedestrians and cyclists, and also for automobile traffic and delivery services.
The closure of the main avenue will impact city buses and long-distance routes. Public transport stops will be relocated to the adjacent streets of Čechova and Jiraskova. Long-distance buses will then travel from the highway along Ludvík Kalma Street only to the train station and back.
The new US government stops funding for Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, based in Prague. That follows US President Donald Trump's decision to reduce funding for the United States Agency for Global Media to the minimum required by law in his decision on Friday. Trump instructed several agencies which fund the broadcasters to limit their activities to the extent permitted by applicable law. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty produces radio programs in 28 Eastern European, Middle Eastern and Central Asian languages. New tramline between Vypych and Motol. Prague's City Council approved the change of the zoning plan, which will allow the construction of a tramline between Vypych in Prague 6 and Motol in the city's 5th district. Construction of new tracks is expected to begin after 2026.
Soon, passengers will be able to ride the tram from Motol to Vypych, thanks to the recent approval of a zoning plan by Prague officials that permits the new line's construction.
We recently approved a change to the zoning plan, and the transport company has selected a contractor for the project. Currently, this indicates that conceptual work on the technical assessment of the proposed solution will be ongoing for a while longer.
This tram line is significant as it acts as a resource for the transport company, allowing them to use it without altering the zoning plan. This connection is essential for linking the Belahorska area and Plzeň, and it also creates opportunities for shorter tram diversions since it is accessible.
The new tram line will be over 2 kilometers long and will ensure rail connectivity to Motol Hospital from the direction of Odzmichov, where a bus is currently operating through the new Vypić.
For passengers, this would be significant, as it would connect Prague 5 with Prague 6. For example, passengers could travel from Motol Hospital to Letná without needing to change trams.
It is especially important to note what will occur on Kukulova Street, as a tram will reach the Nemocnis Motol metro station, where the tram will arrive at the Nemocnis Motol metro station. However, this road is also used for the access of ambulances to Motol Hospital and the Homolka Hospital, so it must comfortably accommodate both trams and individual car traffic, including emergency vehicles.
I expect that when I see how quickly the transport company processes the individual tram lines and has other priorities now, I would anticipate that by around the year 2030, the tram line might be in development.
However, Motol Vypić is far from being the only tram line planned in Prague. New lines will be created, for example, from Libuš to Nové Dvory to the Malešec housing estate or across the Dvoreky Bridge. Trams are set to return to the upper section of Wenceslas Square shortly.
The Vltava River will once again come alive with a traditional celebration that symbolically kicks off the boating season. Vltava Day will offer visitors not only sightseeing cruises, but also a varied program of the Prague banks of the river. This year, the event will also be connected to the commemoration of the 18th anniversary of the end of World War II.
The Vltava Day, a traditional celebration of the Prague River, will take place this year on Saturday, March 22nd from 9 to 4 o'clock. Symbolically kicking off the boating season on the Vltava, this event provides a diverse program suitable for all ages.
While Vltava Day signifies the start of the boating season on the river, it also included in this year's Vltava Day is a river tasting event, where we will sample wines from local Czech rivers like the Vltava and Elbe and the Oja. Members of the Boating Association and boatmen will open their boathouses and ports for everyone. Families with children will be able to sail for free on our personal boats.
At Vltava Day, a program awaits. For example, at the Hlešovice harbor, you can look forward to tastings of coffee and various types of tea that were imported here in the past. You can also look forward to a military equipment exhibition at Charles Bridge because the organizers have connected this event with the 80th anniversary of the conclusion of World War II. Alternatively, you can visit the State Navigation Authority, which will have an open house as part of the event.
This year marks our second participation in Vltava Day with an open office event. So, unusually, the office will open its doors over the weekend. Colleagues will be here and will provide normal services, like a typical office day. At the same time, an exhibition of the Labe Vltava waterway monuments will be installed in the building, and there will also be a lecture for small children. That particularly addresses safe navigation practices, especially for children swimming in the summer.
The Vltava Day is a fantastic chance to welcome spring and soak in the ambience of the Prague River. Whether you are a history lover, a fan of water transport, or looking for family fun.
And this is all for the roundup of the news from Prague and the surrounding region. Stay tuned, as Praha TV is here for you. In case you want to focus our reports on some topic, do not hesitate and let us know either on social media or through the webpage prahatv.eu. Keep safe and hope to see you again next week.